for these rookies what it's going to mean like to be an NFL player. But I know in those classes they teach finance.
Right.
I know in the locker room you guys are talking about money. So even think about this guy. Just because he's a multi-decade millionaire, professional athlete in the NFL, guess what he still didn't have? Financial literacy, financial education.
Yeah.
Who can break this stuff down? Because they're always talking smack in the locker room, right? But nobody's really breaking this stuff down for him to understand. And most guys will never make it 8 years in the NFL. So,
Going into why I started to do his firm, I was already kind of familiar. Before I started with his firm, me and my wife, we chose to do life insurance because we found out it was all tax deferred. You know, the government didn't touch it. You know, so I think that was the biggest thing is knowing the difference between a trust or will. How do you know what do you want the government to have? Like, do you want them to have all your access? Do you want them to have you know, all your money and, you know, half your money and your family has to pay taxes on that? So I think it was just about, like I said, the information. I didn't know. And then when I humbled myself and, you know, reached out to people and just was like, man, I really don't know, you know? And then when people, you know, when these guys talk to you and, you know, at first I was like, I don't really understand what you're saying. Could you break it down for me? Like, I'm a football player. I don't have any financial literacy at all. Like, you know, like just give it to me straight. And I think that's what I loved about their company was I asked for them, hey, you know, I got 4 kids. I don't want to be doing 2,000 every kid, you know. So like, how do you work with me? And I think that's the biggest thing that y'all do. Y'all work with me and show me how I can do it at my own pace and that everybody can do it. It's not just millionaires. Everybody can do it. And I think that was the biggest thing.
well, we had breakfast when you came to Dallas. We had breakfast, and I met your wife, and then you introduced me to your agent and his apprentice. And so his agent asked, hey, so what is it that you do? I said, you know, we have Michael with life insurance, and I got into the pitch. He's like, is that one of those things where you can put a lot of money inside the policy and withdraw from a tax event, tax-free basis? And yeah, I need your number. Right. So his agent was asking for info. So in other words, there's so many other athletes out there, so many professionals out there that are not handling their money appropriately. And if you don't manage your money appropriately, it goes either unnecessarily to taxes or it just goes to waste. So Mike, you see your buddy now. So Chancey, that was your roommate
That's my roommate in college.
in college. He went to LSU. Anybody here went to LSU? He's a body man. So when you're looking at today, because I know LSU now they got NIL deals, right?
Right.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but college athletes today can make a ton of money. I think the women's basketball team, 3 of them are making a lot of money. The gymnast, she can't even go back to college because she's all over social media. She's on Sports Illustrated, a swimsuit edition, and she's like Olivia, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's a gymnast. She can't even go to school anymore because all the boys are trying to, you know. But she's making millions of dollars. So when you see people come in with a lot of money, what would you tell somebody who come in with a lot of money? It doesn't even have to come with a lot of money. For some guys, a lot of money is $1,000 extra a month. What would you recommend they do when they have that money? How should they?
The big thing for me was, you know, find trusted advisors. I have to find trusted advisors, and trust is not given, it's earned, you know. So you have to find somebody that you truly trust that wants your best interest at heart for you to succeed with nothing behind it, no ulterior motives or anything like that. I think that was the biggest thing was, you know, coming to people that I knew, like Chancey was my brother, so I knew he wouldn't try to set me up for anything for failure. So, you know, having somebody I trust, I think that was the biggest thing too. Just finding that was trusted advisor that you can, you know, have to, you know, be your team that's behind you.
Yep. You gotta have people in your corner. So
For sure.
Bro, I appreciate you showing up, man.
Man, I was a little late. That's why I was so scared. I was like, man, I got caught up in a little wreck or whatever. Somebody, you know, had a wreck on the freeway. Not me, but but yeah, and I appreciate you know, having me.
So if you wouldn't mind, hang out. Let's hang out afterwards, and then we get some steaks, some cigars. Bob, he just opened up a new cigar lounge out here in Houston, so you guys got to visit his cigar lounge.
What's the name of it?
I love it. And we have football, so we'll do some networking for sure.